happens with the thing. So at least the basic will run in the background anyway, even if it cuts off.
Yeah. Okay, we are live. Well, we're recording from now on.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So don't say fuck or bugger. So we were let's bring our location back, shall we?
Yep.
We were on the lab ship Fummelgult. Recruited by Helvik Laboratories to investigate.
Oh yeah, we're in the middle of a horror story, aren't we? Oh my god.
Gary, Dr. Zim, like you are on the bridge, yes?
Yes.
What can you see on the bridge? Can you make out the Dax and Bill?
Let's have a look.
Can you see what, they can see anything?
No, I can only see Zim in the bridge.
What I thought was I could put your token in a position where the camera is so that you can see.
Okay.
But you can't move because of your camera.
Yeah.
And then I'll flick you to the next camera. What do you think about doing that?
Yeah. And then I just relay what I see to the guys.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Love it. That'd be good fun.
We've already saved our asses at least once.
Because I've got a black screen in front of me at the minute. I should have a map again, shouldn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, when I
map.
started, I had to scan around a bit to find me, and I zoomed out too far, but I managed to zoom back in and see where I was.
Aha! Zoom to fit. There we go.
Ha.
So let's put Sim in the corner of the room.
Nobody puts Sim in the corner.
Nobody. Puts Sim. Unless it's the GM, in which case it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you guys are in there with the unconscious, sedated body of Dr. Gianna Sapolsky.
Oh yeah, we injected it.
You tied her up. You tied her up with some cable. And do you want the plan of the ship as well?
Oh yes, please. Yeah, because I quite like having
good,
that below the map.
Yeah, let's have a look.
That's quite makes for a good video set. You know, makes for a good shot.
Yeah. It was quite. You were definitely using that, and I think you were finding it quite useful. Lab oratory.
And we've got the tied up doctor, and as soon as we're live, we already need to be a bit careful.
Yeah, let's not chop her feet off.
Let me just think. Where is that going to be?
Do you know? I did put on the description of the video is like, if you look like you're infected, you're getting a slap, just to basically preempt everything that we had talked about in that session.
Oh, so, yeah, I'd forgotten that had devolved into, because I mean, we slapped a bloke first. We're an equal opportunity.
Totally, we would slap anyone because it turned out that's how you work out if someone is infected or not.
You've not slapped a woman. You've not committed any.
We didn't.
We
slap
talked about it though, and then we felt bad for talking about it.
Yeah, you persuaded her to submit because she said she'd been she'd had blackouts. She had done things she couldn't remember. She had blood around her mouth.
That's right.
Or a bit of dried blood around her mouth. And she
appealed to her professional standing as a fellow scientist.
Yeah.
To submit to our security procedures.
Yes, and she consented. So if you look on the laboratory ship Type L deck plan that I added up there. You're in the quadrant 1 there, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The layout of the lab is a little bit different than on the deck plan itself.
Yeah, because it's custom job in it. It's a mission. So
things have been changed. Yeah. The actual the broad layout is pretty much the same. Yeah, you've got progenics. Have been, and you guys mentioned about there'd been an explosion in the auxiliary lab, hadn't there?
Yeah.
There'd been that little explosion in the auxiliary lab, and you guys were speculating as to whether some of the chemicals, the combat drugs, had been released.
Yeah, a metal combat drug had been released into the atmosphere.
Yeah. So you've got.
Hold on, we've lost Dax. Oh no, he's back.
I'm here, but it's my camera. It's
Okay.
Decided to jump off.
Okay.
You've got Dr. Guyana. She's unconscious. She's unconscious, sedated. She doesn't weigh much. Probably not more than about 60 kilos. Bill is a big, strong guy.
Yeah,
Definitely
Bill can handle that.
could definitely carry her easily enough. What do you want to do?
Well, we were going to meet up back up the command centre with him and then go back to our ship with any other survivors, I think, and put them in cold sleep until we'd safely sorted everything out on board the lab ship.
Because we were gonna have a quick look at the fella that we accidentally left unconscious under a pile of stuff, and we were also going to go and get Tia as well, weren't we? The engineer.
Yeah.
On the way back, and then try and quarantine him aboard the coup de grace.
Yep.
Yep.
And next time we go back on the lab ship, this time we'll be better stocked up because we've got a rough idea of what we're going to face over.
Yeah. Do you want to? I mean, so you've got a couple of ways, haven't you? You could go back the way you came, where which the lay of the land.
Yeah.
So that would be going back through. That will be going back down to quadrant 4.
Yeah.
Going past the auxiliary lab, back through the drive pod where you fought the Cayman, back past the Chamber of Horrors, and into the airlock, or you could continue and go through into quadrant 2.
I think there's a couple of reasons we probably want to backtrack. One is obviously we know the lay of the land. We've taken out some of the adversaries, but also we've got Tia's on the way back. This fella in the exploded lab is on the way back. If we want to check on him, so that would be my vote.
Mm-hmm. I think when we spoke last time, we did, because I said it's actually quicker to go back via quadrant 2, but we felt that going through an entirely new quadrant with someone trapped, tied up with us.
Yeah.
I can't see. Is Silic still with us? Isn't he?
Yeah, I just realised I've not put him on. It's okay. Oops, he's not hostile.
Silic's in a corner eating someone.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one because literally it's like one quadrant and we are there, rather than having to backtrack through the entirety of quadrant 1 and then quadrant 4 before we get there.
It's not a big foot slog though, is it? And the thing is, we do need to go past Tia as well. And like I say, I don't want to open a door to find there's like 3 Cayman in a room when we've got a woman over your shoulder.
I don't know, mate. That's bait.
We could slap her and see if she wakes up.
Yeah, all you have to do is outrun her, and she's unconscious.
Well, and if we slap her and it turns out she's a psycho, she might kill him. No, let's the right thing to do is head back, get Tyr, put them in cold stasis, come back, and then clear the ship, and then drive this back and take a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, bunch of creds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't need to make it any more complex, do we? Just get in, get out.
I would say that's pretty complex. But
keep an eye on the cameras, Doc. It's this place gives me the creeps.
Oh, I am.
Okay, so we could. Do you want to start to move? Should we move your tokens? You might see something on the way past that you want to. Let's start to move your tokens.
Could Zin go ahead in the security camera type business, Mike, and recon the corridor or the next room for the guys before they go in?
Yeah.
Just give them a heads up.
Yeah, I can't remember whether there are any rooms that... I know we kicked most of the doors open.
Yeah, there might be something you want to go through again, mightn't there, as you go past, Yeah. Okay, so if you want to start to move your tokens back towards the...
Oh, wrong thing.
For some reason. Yeah. little bit of a downstairs, Bill.
Yeah, well, he's got a chick on his shoulder. It doesn't happen often.
No, normally they're knocking him out for being the White Knight gallant hero.
Yeah, this one's of no interest at all. She's not fighting.
Bill's had such an attitude change since the kidnapping.
It's a home invasion.
Well, what was that? There was something blue. Oh, it's you.
Yeah, well, something borrowed is the lady on your shoulder.
Yeah. That was too cackly.
I think Dax is something old.
I'm going
Dr.
to
Zim is something old.
Well, I didn't want to say
mate.
that.
It's true though. I've got the grizzle.
I'm going to take you guys into Quadrant D from there, okay?
Cool.
You know.
Quadrant D. Quadrant D. There's no Quadrant D.
Do you mean Section 4?
Section is that how it's labelled? Section 4?
Quadrant
no,
4.
Sorry, Quadrant 4.
Yeah.
I was like,
sorry.
We've just gone through a time warp or something.
Oh, damn, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, wrong nomenclature. It's just the way I've got some of the map labelled up.
No worries.
To make sure that
Got it.
Okay.
I love this being able to just mouse wheel in on the bit of the map you like for the zoom. That's so useful.
I'm just going to bring Zim a bit further forward to where the camera is.
Yeah,
Zim
Dax will
Zimmer.
take the lead.
You got the keys to my bimmer.
Zimmer.
Especially as Bill is carrying a weight, I think Dax will go at the front and maybe we get Silek behind Bill so that if anything does happen, he's got time to drop her roughly in space and draw out his gloop gun.
Yeah, there was something else as well that Zim mentioned in the last session, that you wanted to be able to seal and close doors.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to assume that you're doing that, Gaz. You're just going to, as they go through a section, you're going to seal and lock the door. Most of those can all be done from the bridge, apart from the ones, some of the doors in the lab. They're sort of separate, really. Okay, so I'm just going to move Zim's token. So that's where you caught sight of the Cayman coming out there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the little lair.
Yeah, the little lair's just there on the left.
Right. So that means we need to give Tyr a shout from here then.
Yeah, Tyr is in that. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
that
good call. Well done,
drive
Phil.
pod.
Dax has wandered past already. Don't care about him. He's potentially our new Scotty.
He's our new Silek.
Shh! Don't say that in Silek's ear range. He'll go psycho.
He's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. Yeah, thanks, love.
Right.
So Dax and Bill, you guys are in the drive pod, the downstairs, with the two iris valves with the ladders leading up.
I'll climb the ladder and just knock on his flap.
Knock on it. What?
Okay.
I'll punch his ring and see if he hears.
Okay. So you knock on Tia's ring, ding 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 ding, and you hear like this muffled. Roo!
Here, it's the rescue party. We're on our way back to the ship.
Bill's going to shout, "Looks like you might actually survive."
I was wrong. You're gonna live.
Yeah.
So the iris valve opens, and he appears. He sort of pokes his head down, and he's like, "Oh, thank God! I thought you weren't going to come back. You've been hours. Like, I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know what to do, whether to come and find you or to stay here. But like, thank God you've come." I say, and he kind of sees. He's sort of getting down, and he sees Guyana Sapolsky over Bill's shoulder, and he just pauses a little bit, and he's like, "Hold on." Like,
We met the good doctor, and she was having a few medical issues, and she asked us to sedate her and bring her back. She's perfectly fine.
Bill says, "She's mine."
Also, she's a trophy.
He's a little bit unsure now. Who did you say you guys were again?
Who's? Oh, it's Hilfer Laboratories, isn't it?
Helvik.
Helvik, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, we're working for Helvik, the guys who loaned the ship, and they've asked us to help out anyone on here who needs assistance, and that's obviously you, my friend. So if you'd come down here, then we'll get you off on our ship. Trust me, you don't want to stay here. We don't think that Cayman was the only one.
So have you got Persuade or Deception, Dax?
I have.
So it's going to be an easy roll, target of 6. You've already kind of confused
I
it
have
once,
got Persuade. I've got Persuade at level 1.
Okay, so can you make a Persuade roll?
Is that int?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Dax is opening well tonight.
Well,
Get your ass down here and we'll smack you. I mean, sorry.
He just starts to back up a little bit, and he's like,
I'll wait for the next rescue party.
yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like,
If you want to raid for the next guys, buddy, you're welcome. I don't think they're coming.
This is where Bill pops up. He's like, Tia, look. The reality is, we're here to save you. No one else is coming. You can come with us, or you can stay here and die with the Cayman.
that was when you gave him that really motivational speech last week when you said, like, you still might die.
Thank God, I thought I was going to die, and Bill just went, "Well, you still might."
So Bill, can you make a Persuade or Deception roll?
Yeah.
I'll give you both a chance.
Persuade or Deception. Well, I've not got Deception, but let's try Persuade.
You got Persuade, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So like he definitely looks unhappy. He looks he looks really unsure, but he's sort of like he's not really got any other options really.
Yeah. Well, I'll be like Tia, look, my good friends. You know, we are very, very real. We're realists, okay? And you're just gonna have to get used to us. We've been around. We've seen a lot. And to be honest, if we can all walk out of here alive, we will all be very, very lucky men. Let's go.
Dax is just going to hang back and let Tia get ahead of him. And once Dax is behind Tia, he's going to say, "Oh yeah, speaking of walking out of here alive, I'm going to have to bind your hands before you can do that, I'm afraid, my friend. It's nothing personal, but the good doctor here told us that some of the crew have been acting out in the same way that... Thank you very much, darling. I love the fact that we can only both do Irish accents for RPGs.
Is that your Irish, your long lost Irish grandmother?
Well, it's Rachel's also Irish accent from her D&D game.
With an Irish accent, you know I am. Very welcome. Enjoy your beer, darling.
Mega. Cool.
So yeah, we've had some problems with the crew, and the good doctor here said that a few people have been experiencing some side effects of some problems on ship. Just for security and for your own safety, we need to bind your hands, but as soon as we got you back and safe off the ship, we'll let you free again.
Okay, so can you make another Persuade roll? You can have a plus. It's going to be easy because he's seen some stuff that marries up with what you've said, but you can have a +1 so you can take the effect. Some of the
I've
effect
added
from
1,000 dice. Let's just get rid of those. Let's add a +1, and I will drag Persuade. It's more like it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He's sort of like it's probably could be
reluctantly rescued.
Yeah, reluctantly, but he's definitely not happy about having his hands tied. But
Who is?
You guys have got the guns. He's not got any guns, and there's no other way out of. He's been here for weeks, so he submits to having his hands tied up. But I'm not being knocked out though. You're not sedating me.
That's fine. I've no reason to suspect you. You submitted willingly to having your hands tied, so that's fine by me.
And to be fair, now your hands are tied. It's not your choice.
And also, if you go mental and try and kill us, or chop off your fucking feet. I'm not going to say that.
Oh shit! You guys, Psycho Silic is in good company.
Yeah.
Psycho Silic's sitting there going, "Yeah, I'm the one that needs the brain therapy."
Is anyone going to be where? So I'm not going to put Tia on the thingy because it's just going to clutter it up.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
where is he going to go? Tell me whereabouts. Who's going to look after him?
I think at this point,
give
if
it to
Silic
Silic.
leads, followed by Bill, followed by Tia, and Dax will go at the back, so that if Tia rages out, Dax can crack him on the head, but Silec's there to defend Bill while he's carrying.
Well, and I can throw the girl at him.
That's true. Yeah, you're quite strong. You could just hit him with the girl.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
She's
So
only
Silic's
little.
in the lead, followed by Bill, followed by Dax. Okay, so there you are in that sort of main corridor. I've put Zim about halfway along where the camera's going to be.
Yep.
You've got these. I think did you open all these doors? Can you see into them all?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the bedroom immediately next to us, which is I think was the one with the toilet that I looked in
Wasn't
that had
there one-
nothing in it.
There was one we didn't open, wasn't there, in the middle? I think.
Oh, there might be. I can see into the 3 immediately next to the drive room.
Yeah.
But where Zim is standing, I can't see in, but that's because my token's really far back.
Okay,
I
so
can see him.
yeah, if you want to move, so I'll bring Silic up, and I'll actually take him just a bit further forward. If you guys want to come up forward, you can probably open up any of those doors if you want to look in any of them.
Yeah, I can see into those. We've got the stripped bed with the blood. We've got another bedroom.
Yeah.
And then one of these is the one with the water on the floor as well.
It's coming up. Yeah, that's
It's
the one.
there.
The one that Silic is outside there now. That's the one with the water in. That's the one that you
Right.
looked in the toilet, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, just in case there was anything left behind.
Yeah, and there really wasn't. Okay, so Silic has come up to the door there. So that door leads to quadrant 3. Do you want to go through?
I think so. I think we keep moving. At this point, Dax is just really keen to get back to Zim and make sure that we're all reunited.
Okay, so let's take Silic there. Let's move. Let's move Zim to the corridor where you can see what's going on. So this is just accessing the cameras, going from one to the other.
Yeah.
Oh, here we are. We're getting up on the freezer again at the end of this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so you're in that corridor there with a number of doors just off to the side. I can't recall which ones you opened, which ones you looked, but the ones that you opened will be open.
Yep. So the one that Dax is next to isn't open on my screen, but all the others appear to be.
Yeah. Do you want to open
I
it?
know there was one we didn't, and I was like, should we do it? And we were like, no, let's just keep going.
Dax is going to wait for everyone to pass, and then he's just going to prod it open, make sure we're not followed.
Yeah, I think we should, because otherwise it's a pain to come back this way again.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so you could probably click on that door and open it.
it's open.
So that room is quite dark. The ceiling lights are smashed. The room's been basically torn to pieces. The desk is smashed. The bunk is overturned, and the mattress is missing. But
Okay.
no, baby. Other than that, there's not a lot to see in there.
Okay. Dax is just going to close the door behind him and keep moving. I've sort of got the cold light lantern scanning the guys ahead and then scanning behind as we go.
Okay.
We've missed a
Although
room.
I'm relying on Zim and the cameras, really.
We
Yeah.
missed a room. We missed a room. The very first room.
Wasn't the very first room the galley with the freezer in it?
No, the
No.
galley's further on the right.
Ah, right, okay.
So I meant the first room we came to on the way out. Dax can see into every room. Yeah, so where Bill is now, I can already see into that room.
This
from
one as
previous
well?
Session.
Where Bill
Yeah.
is now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could see into that with the bed and stuff.
Ah,
Maybe
yeah.
maybe I closed the door by accident after
No,
you.
it's because I probably just didn't start on that room.
Okay.
All good, all good.
Okay. So let's just bring. So you're coming up. So you've got these doors on the right, and then a little bit further up. So from Bill, there's a door just on your right there, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's another one, and the one after that is the galley.
I don't really want to open a door with someone on my shoulder.
No. Well, Silec's going first, isn't he?
Bring Select.
So we
you want-
either go past it and Dax will open it, or we get Silec to.
I could hold back
Now you
and you go past me.
I think
Let Silic open it and you're covering him.
I think we go in the same order. Silec at the front, then you, then Tia, and then Dax will open this door as we go past.
Okay.
Okay.
Usual shotguns up, lanterns on, doors open.
Okay. Do you want to open the door?
Yep, opened.
Open. So this room's actually pretty neat. It's dark, but it's not been smashed up. It looks reasonably neat and undisturbed. Not a lot to see.
Dax is just going to turn to Tia and say, Tia, do you happen to know whose room this is?
This is the navigator.
He keeps a neat room. Dax is just going to go, guys, give us 2 seconds. I just want to have a look. This seems to be the only room that's not been messed up as we've gone past.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold up the shotgun and the lantern and just take a step inside the room.
Okay. So you have a look inside the room. Yeah, the bed has been slept in, but it's not like a pigsty. But it's hard to tell how recently it's been slept in. There's a kind of like a cupboard on the wall, and it's not on the map, but it's like a little bedside table. Just the kind of normal stuff that someone would have in a kind of a ship room. The rooms are all pretty small.
I think unless anything catches my eye, I'm going to just step back out again.
Yeah,
Nice that the guy keeps a neat room, but let's get back to Zim.
Yeah, it's fairly neat, but there's not particularly a lot to see. I'll bring Silek up into that little common room there.
I'll come up to there actually, and then there's room for Bill and Tia.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Bill, where do you want to go, mate?
I'll go past him.
Hug the
Yep.
back of Silek like it's your favourite
It's
place to be.
Like it's your daddy.
It is my favourite place to be. He's so warm.
Okay, so you come into the common room here. Just ahead is the door that basically leads into the airlock on the right. And then if you were to go a bit further along, you've got the cargo hold where the cages were.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little bit further along is where Zim is. So he's basically just around the corner now.
Yeah, Dax is just going to message him and say, how the cameras looking, Doc?
Everything's all fine and dandy.
Let's get back to the man.
Yeah. So you're flicking through different cameras there, Zim, and you get it's quite a decent, it's a decent image, but
Yeah.
it's also quite dark, so it's not easy to make out a lot. But you're not really seeing much more than you've not already seen before, and the guys haven't already sort of described. Okay, so you can come. Let's bring Zim there. I'm going to bring Silek forward. You don't want to go and have another look at the Room of Horrors?
I'm quite happy with. I've already pushed through the meat a couple of times so that Zim could have a look at it on video. So I've tested sanity once. I'm not testing again.
Don't need to test it again. So on your right there, coming up just the door outside where Silek is the G carrier, the grav carrier, the air raft thing. It's just a small sort of gravity vehicle you can move through space or through terrain. It's through atmosphere. Sorry, not particularly massively robust, but for short distances in space, they'll be okay. They're quite fast, actually. That one's definitely in a better condition than your the one on the coup.
I assume, can that one launch directly from that bay?
Yes.
Okay.
We're taking it with
that,
us.
wasn't
Yeah. However it happens, we are taking it with us.
Oh, I forgot as well. I told Zim that the back in that medical lab, there was an auto dock.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So do you remember that scene in is it Prometheus, where she's got the alien Prometheus, where she's got the thing in her, and she gets in that machine and it operates.
Yeah.
It operates
that's
on her.
right.
It's basically one of them.
Oh, that's got to be worth a bobble too.
They're worth about 100,000 credits.
Plus, be useful to have on the coup.
It's like having a medic at level 3 on the ship.
That's it.
Yeah, we want that installed in the coup de grace.
Is it still something that would be installable, Mike? From the lab
Yeah.
ship?
It's about the size. It's about the size of a. It's definitely installable. It just plugs into the power. It's about the size of a cryoberth.
Right.
So it just needs a room. It just needs either a room or space somewhere to put it. So you can tell me later if you want it.
Right.
It's a 4-man job to move it because it's pretty big and heavy.
Yeah.
But it is lootable if you've decided you want to loot the ship.
I don't see why not. I think if we've got a better air raft and potentially some expensive probe drones and a nice upgrade to the coup, this is all sounding good.
Yeah.
We get everyone in cryo storage, we'll get Kirsch over here and start lugging stuff.
Yeah. So you've got Tia and Guyana there with you. So do you want to take that little air raft and pick Zim up as well?
Yeah, should we go and knock on Zim's door and give the little secret knock?
Well, the secret code
Yeah.
The secret code being that Zim can see us on the cameras.
Yeah, Zim can see you. He knows you're outside. So Zim, you can take control of your token now. I've put him in the doorway there, but he doesn't have to be there.
How many does the air raft hold?
Well, it's not going to hold 6 of you. It would hold 4.
Right, so we've got to kill 2 of them. Okay, that's fine.
Right, well, who can fly? Well, we need at least 2 people that can fly the airship, the grav ship.
I can fly.
Dax and Bill can fly. Bill, have you got... I've got pilot spacecraft, which is obviously bigger than the air raft, and I've got pilot at 1 and pilot spacecraft at pilot at 0, spacecraft at 2. So
I've got pilot 0, pilot small craft 1, and pilot spacecraft 2.
So Bill is better at flying this as a small craft. Yeah. So I think Bill pilots.
Does the ferry job.
Yeah, does the ferry job.
Yeah.
So who's going to stay? Tell me who's going to stay. Who's going to stay and who's going to go?
Dax is going to volunteer to stay and perhaps see if... I think Silek needs to go... Mind you, if it carries 4, how difficult will it be to sort of get them in cryo and sealed? Do we need any science skills to get the cryo working properly? No,
you do need a science medic skill to revitalize them later.
Right.
But to pop them in, that's quite straightforward.
Because I think we need some security to go with him. If Bill's flying, we want at least 1 or 2 people to cover them in case she wakes up or he goes mental. But once we've got them on board, Bill and Kirsch should be able to cryo them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dax will stay behind. whatever we fancy, but either Dax or Silic will stay behind, and the other one will go with us, protection.
Yeah.
And Zim will just travel on both journeys just to monitor the conditions of folk on both flights.
So Silic is like, well, shall I stay here then, or who's going to stay?
Well, if Bill's piloting.
So let's move Bill. Move Bill onto the raft.
If Bill's piloting and we've got Dr. What's-Her-Face and Tia, we can only fit one other person. So either Silic or Dax needs to be the other person to run security, and then the extra guy will stay with Zim. So I think Dax will volunteer to stay with Zim, and we'll send Silic back with Bill as security.
That's fine.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, you've got 3 potential psychos with you.
Yeah, this isn't going to go wrong at all, is it?
Except you and Silic are bum chums. You were sharing a room.
Yeah, buddies. You are buddies.
Also, I would like to retract that statement. That was a very derogatory way of referring to things.
Yeah.
We're good friends, and I don't judge in any way.
We've got matching tats now.
Yeah. Have you got a little tramp stamp with Silic's name on it?
Yeah. Basically, it's the far future version of saying Silic all over my face.
I own you, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take about to get the air raft in motion. So that's definitely achievable from there. To bring it online, to drop the bay down, to depart the ship, you're going to have to make a pilot small craft roll, dexterity.
As Bill does that, Dax is just going to sort of suggest to Zim, he's going to say, why don't we get back in the command center and lock the door as dark, monitor the cameras until they come back?
I think that's a very good idea, Dax. After you, sir.
Okay, so you guys are going to go into the command center there.
Yeah.
So do you want to move yourselves in? Oh, you can't go through a wall. You have to go.
Yeah, I was trying to shortcut there.
Yeah.
So, I am piloting small craft test, yeah?
Yes, with dexterity as a modifier. I guess as you're going across, you're going to word up Kirsch to accept you. Accept you.
Let us in.
To expect you.
Prepare to accept me, Kirsch.
Let me just need to make a little roll here.
You do? What do you need? You don't need to make any rolls.
I just need to make.
He needs to know whether any of the 3 psychos with you goes mental.
No, it's just a little roll. So you patch into just a little roll. I just feel left out. I feel left out.
Don't worry
for not
about it,
rolling
guys.
dice.
Don't stress.
Yeah, so I've just rolled a couple of dice there, and it is what it is. So Kirsch comes on and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here. Ready for you. You're gonna bring the bring it onto the Harrier, and I'll be waiting for you."
Great. See you in a minute. Right, here we go.
Can you make your pilot roll?
Hey, nice one.
Oh, phew.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah. Okay, cool. In fact, it should have target number was 8, but you still did it. So that's okay. So you get the you bring the G carrier, you bring the raft into the bay on the Harrier. You get into the Harrier, and you sort of bring it into the docking bay there, which is on the in the cargo bay. Like, would that area be quite? It's going to be quite well lit, isn't it? It's a kind of a working zone, isn't it?
Oh God! Is there just a load of caimans grabbed onto the underneath? Aren't there?
No. So Kirsch is there. You see, as you're piloting it in, you can see on the maybe on the monitor, Kirsch is like, yeah, bring it in. Come forwards, left a bit. Like, he's giving you unnecessary guidance, really. Like, you don't need him to pilot you in.
I've got this.
You've got this. Yeah, you've got this. The airlock closes behind you, and then the upper airlock opens up, and the little platform brings the air raft up into the Harrier's cargo bay. It's quite well lit. Can you make a perception check, please, Zim, Bill?
I'm glad we stayed here, Zim.
I'm not. I don't know.
There's another air raft on board. We'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there a perception skill No, recon.
Recon, yeah,
I was gonna
Recon's
say,
the
we're
one.
playing the wrong game system.
What game? Yeah.
Hey, come on, Vitae. Where's your bardic inspiration? Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Okay. So
I
you're,
don't see anything.
yeah, you're concentrating on what you're doing is what it is.
Yeah, I'm
there.
flying
So
a
it's-
fucking spaceship, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're not quite out of the craft. Like it's come up into the bay, and suddenly you just and it's quite bright in there, and suddenly you just hear this this screaming, and Tia suddenly starts smashing up. So you're piloting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Gianna is in the front seat next to you, unconscious, and Silek and Tia are in the back.
Should have fucking killed him.
So he just he's tied up, but he just rams himself into Silek, and he tries to bite. He tries to bite him. He's going to try and bite him. So can you bring up if you look on the party sheet?
Yeah.
Where's the party sheet?
PS.
In the top right.
Top right.
Yeah.
If you look on order.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There is.
Oh, there's a little marching order. That's such a cool feature. Need that for the D&D games.
That's cool.
All right, can I just turn around and just shoot him with the gloop gun?
You can shoot him with a gloop gun.
Gloop the inside of the... We just stole this thing.
I'm just going to see if he can... I'm just going to see if he
Silic,
can...
I'm glooping both of them.
Okay, so let's roll for initiative then. Let's see what happens here. So let me just add him into the combat tracker.
Zim and I are just playing some dice, having a smoke. It's all good.
Dr. Zim, I can't see your camera, by the way. I don't know if it's just me.
No, it's playing up.
Okay.
So I just wait for bits in the game where I can go and fiddle with it so I don't miss anything. So
Okay.
I can still see everyone, but I just can't see me.
Lucky you.
Right. So can you roll for initiative, please, Bill?
Sure can. I think I can almost remember how to as well. Action. There we go.
Good. Nice one, Bill.
Good.
Okay.
Give in to your hate.
You're not as fast as Tia because he is like a man possessed.
Damn you,
And
Tia.
he's kind of thrashing around, and he's basically going to he tries to take a bite out of Silek's neck.
Good God.
Kick his ass, Silic.
Okay, so he's manages to take a bite.
Damn it. I'm going to have to gloop them both.
I mean, we might have solved the Silic problem here, guys. We've just got a few
I
other
don't think
problems.
we can risk leaving him alive in this situation, can we? I mean, literally, I just need to spray them both.
Yeah, kill him.
Okay, so he just kind of leaps onto, his hands are tied behind his back. He gets onto Silic's neck and just tears like a massive chunk out the side of his cheek, and blood is spraying everywhere. And he pulls it free, and Silic's like, "Fucking hell!" He's completely shocked. There's blood spraying everywhere. Silic's eyes start rolling around a little bit. He's conscious, but he's fucking hurt. He's really badly hurt.
This wasn't the way we wanted you to go. Right.
Just make sure you don't go, Bill. Finish him off.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to try and gloop the pair of them, aiming mainly at Matey Boy.
You're going to try and gloop Silic as well?
I don't care.
He obviously doesn't care. He's going to gloop the leather seats in our lovely new raft.
Billem has heard of these space vampires, and the problem is when a space vampire bites a person, they turn into a space vampire.
That is the myth. That is the story. That is the story. We don't know what's happening here, do we?
We don't know what's happening, but I've heard of
What
this.
space
and
vampires?
With everything that's going on right now, that's pretty much what I'm imagining is going to happen.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Tia into a bit of space on the map, and you're there as well. Can you see Tia in front of you now?
I can, yes.
Okay, so that is on the Harrier. Like, I'm not going to create another map. That's on the Harriers. No, that's in the bloody. That's in the ship, isn't it?
in the
That's
air
in
raft.
That's in the air raft. Yeah, so he is like right there.
Yeah.
Silek
They're
is
literally next to each other.
Silek is there, and Guyana is next to you but unconscious.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how close you all are together.
Spray your goop in his face, Bill.
So I'm gonna aim my goop mainly at Tia because it's probably difficult to get them both, to be honest, because it's not really it's not like a super.
It's not an area effect, but if you cock it up, you are gonna hit Silek.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's try and get Tia. I mean, I shouldn't miss at this range, right? So, how do I shoot again? I have to get the attack, don't I? Attack. Nice.
Yeah, it's only because you've got to like shoot over your shoulder. It's all a bit sudden and a bit frantic. It should be quite easy to make. In fact, you can actually have a positive because of super close range. So you can have a +1 for short range.
So I do a plus. Click on the +1, yeah.
Click on the +1 at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna bio-gloop gun.
Oh yes. Yeah.
+3 damage. You were going down, motherfucker.
I think you're gonna melt him.
So, and then I damage it. Grab that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It.
Die,
wow.
motherfucker, die!
So that's 28. So
Why buy
that's
new air raft?
It's a 0.
Well, that's the beauty of a gloop. The whole point of a gloop gun is that it doesn't kill your spaceship, isn't
Oh,
it?
that's true. It's a bio gloop gun.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's great indoors.
I mean, it's messy, but it was going to be messy anyway, right? If you're going to kill someone, it's going to be messy. So
Leather's wiped clean.
exactly.
So like you hit him almost like square on, and right across it splashes right across his chest. The blow actually knocks him back a little bit because there's a sort of a projectile associated with it. It starts dissolving into his body. You get this strong smell of burning flesh, and he screams and he starts thrashing about and he's kicking the back of your seat. Silek's like his eyes are rolling back in his eyes, rolling back in his head a little bit. There, he's a bit sort of stunned, but this guy is still alive.
Willem's just like,
He's possessed of some kind of like.
that's good.
Yeah,
Right, let's get him
possessed
again.
Of some kind of. It's okay. Silek's got to go.
Go on, Silek.
Silek is going to struggle to. He's got a pistol. He's actually got a pistol with him.
He had a Gorse pistol, didn't he? It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So he's going to be. He's not unconscious. He's in enough state to be able to draw that. So he's going to draw that, and he's going to fire that. I guess he probably would. He's the kind of person who would have it ready anyway.
Yeah.
So that's.
Especially after getting his cheek bitten off.
Yeah. Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah, we don't want him missing in this little spaceship, that's for sure.
Silek kills the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, so he fires a shot, catches him square on, right in the stomach. Tia sort of screams, but he's threshing about. He's like threshing about like a man possessed. He seems to have this like unholy strength. He's bleeding. He's covered in blood. The whole inside of the cabin is now covered in blood where it's been splashed. The inside of this raft is absolutely in chaos. It's now Bill's. Sorry, it's Tia's go,
Tears
isn't
go
it?
again, yeah.
It's Tears go again. So he's going to try and take another bite of Silek.
Oh.
It's a hit. 3 points. So that's down to 0.
Scratching at his face.
5. He's basically just kicking him now. He's booting him. He's leaning back in the seat and he's just like bam, 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 bam. And his leg is moving like a fucking piston. The guy is like covered in sweat too. He's kind of sweating. His eyes are like rolling all over the place. He's foaming at the mouth. He's looking a little bit like Lando did when he just flipped out. He's gone absolutely footsie.
Right.
So Bill, it's your go.
Bill has now kind of had chance to sort of aim a little bit as well because he's kind of recovered from the initial shock of it.
Yep.
So he's going to take an aim action and then shoot the gloop gun.
So that's +2.
Put him down.
Put him down, man. Put him down.
Oh, that's the wrong gun. Hold on. That's going to give me all sorts of errors. I need that gun. Bio gloop gun. Oh no!
Oh God! Who've you melted in this tiny cabin?
It's not a catastrophic miss. So I guess there might be a little bit of a splash onto Silik. Can you roll 1d6? Two. Okay, so he's got some armor. Like it's not going to hurt Silik. It's okay. So next up is Silik. Silik is still conscious. He's going to fire another shot of his Gauss pistol. It's a hit.
Oh, if he gets the kill again, I'm going to be like, for fuck's
Dead.
sake, Silik.
Yeah,
You kill stealing neck bleeding bastard.
he kills him. Tyr is dead.
I'm good for that.
Like the place now is just carnage. Like Kirsch is like banging on the door, trying to sort of get the door open. This has all happened in about 10-20 seconds. So he's hammering on the door. Finally, he gets the door open. Silik falls out. The body falls out. The body of Tyr falls out. This sort of burning flesh smell, and the smell of the Gauss pistol. Don't know what a Gauss pistol will smell like, but it will smell of something, I suppose.
Ozone.
Ozone, yeah, smells of ozone, yeah. So like, you all of you kind of like spill out onto the cargo deck of the Harrier, -1 survivor. You've got the other one. You've got Gianna Sapolowski. She's still bound and unconscious.
He's the one we care about.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
She needs to go straight into cold sleep.
I want to tell. Right, we're going to throw Tyr out the airlock. I don't want that on my ship. And Silik, now that you've been bitten, I'm a bit worried that you're going to have the same problem. So you're going to have to go in cold storage as well.
Now,
I ain't getting no cold storage, fool.
Is Silik in? I mean, I suppose cold storage is not a bad place for him actually if he's hemorrhaging from his neck and face. But
He's bleeding, but he's not. He's only. It will recover with a bit of first aid.
he's not unconscious or anything.
He's not
so,
unconscious, so he's okay. He's definitely got some. He's taken some damage.
He's going to have some nice new
Alright.
scars.
Okay,
Yeah.
Silik, if you're not going to go in cold storage right now, I will accept while we're doing the rest of this mission. If you'll let us lock you in your cabin and you'll stay in there and until we can get everyone back, but we can't risk you being infected and you carrying on onto the rest of the ship.
Okay, so can you make a persuade roll?
go on, make it. Do it, Bill.
Do a better job than Zim did when he tried to get him
Yes.
to go to therapy.
Yes.
Hey.
Nice. Yeah,
was
so
lucky.
I nearly just called him Psycho then. So Psycho is like, yeah, man. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. Like, I reckon I might just could do with a bit of a lie down anyway. So Kirsch sees him off and escorts him off to his room, sort of looking at him a bit nervously because Kirsch is a bit scared of Silik actually. He's quite an intimidating character. So the two of them traipse off, leaving you alone with Sapolowski. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm thinking let's put her in cold storage. I'm going to drag her to cold storage and put her in a sleeping
Cold berth,
pod
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I'll just show you where the that's the where would be where's the coup? There's the coup de grace. There is. I've not put the deck plan on there. Oh, that's annoying. Never mind. Well, there is a deck plan associated with that, but I've not put it on for some reason. Anyway, so the cold storage is, if you imagine the ship, the coup de grace, You've got the body at the back, which is mainly cargo.
Yeah.
You've got the wings coming out to the side like that bird of prey, and then you've got a central area which is a bit narrower, which has got some computer equipment, and it's got the cold berth pods in the center, close to the airlock, and then you've got stairs. A ladder going up to the upper staterooms from there, and then you've got the long neck that sort of goes down. So you're just round the corner from the cold berth. So you managed to get her into a cold berth. She's just starting to come round a little bit by the time you get there. But you managed to get her in there. You're going to have to cut her bonds so that you can get her into the right position. Is that okay to do that? Mr. Bilem Valeris.
To cut her bonds, can I just not put her in uncomfortably?
No, because you've got to kind of like plug them. You've got to kind of like.
There's like wrist monitors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah, you could just stick her in a room. You could just lock her in a stateroom if you wanted to, not do all that. But if you're gonna freeze her, you've got to cut her bonds. She's coming around a little bit, but she doesn't look conscious in any kind of way.
You can do it, Bill.
Have I got like a pistol or something?
I don't know. Have you got a pistol or something?
I've got a rifle, haven't I?
You've got a gloop gun
smack
and
her on
a.
the top of the head. Make sure she's out cold. And then,
knock her in the top of the head.
Don't slap her. That'll wake her up and make her go mental.
No. I'm thinking. Oh yeah. Good
Can
point.
kill someone if you hit them in the in the head with a rifle. You might kill her.
I might.
You might. I mean, that's not the worst outcome, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Just take the tie wraps off her and bang her in cold sleep. It shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes.
All right. Dr. Zim says I'm going to take the tie wraps off her and put her in cold storage. It's all going to be
recorded
fine.
now for posterity. When Bill dies,
Yeah.
it's Zim's fault.
Yeah.
Zim said
Zim's
it
fault.
will be fine. So
It
I'm
will
going to do
be.
that because I am on
I
the
give my
comm to
professional
them.
promise.
Because I can talk to you guys on the comm, right? So
Yeah.
Right.
You're in communication.
all right. Zim
Okay.
says I'm going to do that, so I'm just going to cut out bonds, and if I die, Zim, it's on you, man.
Okay, so you cut the bonds and
Bunga.
you attach the sensors and the various, like you insert the various lines that will feed her nutrients and stuff like that, and basically bring her temperature down. You close the lid, turn it all on, and she is now in cold stasis, and you are still alive.
Zim, you're lucky, man.
That was a professional opinion.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
go and make sure the body is flushed out the airlock, and then
Okay.
go and kill Silic.
So now we've lost Silic. I'm going to come back and let's go. I'll come back in this filth ship.
Yeah.
And,
Can you make another spacecraft roll?
I sure.
Because we don't want you to bring Kirsch back, because we need a pilot on board, and we also don't want to leave Silic as the only member of the crew. Oh dear.
Okay, so it's not, you don't get as good a position this time. Maybe a bit of adrenaline, a bit of fatigue, maybe.
Bit of
So the ship you're in smells of burnt
Yeah.
flesh and is full of blood.
Yeah. Maybe there's a bit of damage to the ship. I don't know.
gloop under
But
the
it's
pedals.
not as easy. You're going to have to, from where you managed to bring the little craft in, you're going to have to make a short spacewalk from where you are to get back into the. Oh no, because it comes up through the floor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. That's going to be a lot easier. So that'll actually be a target of a 6. So that's a done. I was thinking of earlier when you came in at the beginning and you had to go in through the main airlock. Yeah. So there's a bay. There's basically, this is an easy task. There's a bay door. You fly into the bay door, closes, takes you up, and it brings you back into that into the room there.
Cool.
Okay, so you're back in quadrant 2.
Right. And I will join the other guys. Are they in the? They're in the thingamajig, aren't they? So
Yeah,
they're-
we're in the
Bridge.
command center.
Yeah.
Just next door.
Bill, what the fuck happened, man?
Guys, you would not believe it. Tyr, he tried to bite off Silic's face. I went to I'll be honest, I was going to gloop them both, but fortunately Silic was just off to the side, so he got away with it. But I have locked him up on the ship. I mean, to be fair, you've heard all of this, but I've locked him up on the ship because, I don't know, I'm just thinking, if he's been bitten by that crazy fool, then I reckon there's a strong chance he's now infected. So it may be more than brain surgery that guy needs now.
Given that we got the dock, like maybe we search the rest of the ship. Any of these other survivors we find, we just kill them.
I'm totally on board. I mean, I have reloaded my gloop gun, and I'm ready to gloop.
I'm ready to gloop all over you.
Billum,
ready
to gloop.
I must say, I'm not overly keen on an extermination mission, gentlemen.
No.
I thought we were trying to rescue.
We are rescuing them.
Zim makes a good point. He can go first.
Yeah. We're rescuing
Well,
them.
I wasn't going to go that far, gentlemen. I was just a suggestion.
No, we need to save them, and these people, if there's like what I could see in Tyr's eyes, he was not happy with what he was doing. He was clearly unhappy about the whole situation, and actually, when he died, he suddenly had that look of happiness, like that kind of release moment.
Then I flushed him out of an airlock.
Yeah.
Bill, but you said space vampires.
Yeah. Well, space vampire, when you put them out of
Look
their
at that.
torment,
What do you mean? Yeah.
they're happy.
Space vampires? Where?
Space vampires? Didn't your mum
Space
tell you about
vampires aren't
space
that
vampires?
scary.
I've never seen a space vampire.
Well, that's lucky, isn't it?
Yeah. If you've seen one,
Aren't
you
you
would
lucky?
be one.
The thing about space vampires is that in space, everywhere is exposed to the sun.
That's a good point.
I think, I think what we did with the dock is the right strategy. So next time, we don't bind them. We sedate, and if they won't be sedated, we leave them behind.
Yep.
If there is anyone else.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And Zim's right. I mean, we're not just wanton murderers, but also we're not exposing
no.
ourselves to risk.
No. What we do is we go along. If we get hold of somebody, and if they're not going to be prepared to be sedated and the attack, then we defend ourselves. That's the,
Yeah. Which way do you want to go?
Willem has definitely turned into more of a murderer.
Yes, definitely.
Hey, it's come to dark.
I mean, even Dax is a bit like, whoa, Bill's the badass dude now. Ever since Simeon.
Ever since he got that combat
Since I got
armor.
that tattoo, that's the problem. I got the tattoo,
Yeah.
and now I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I gloop people. That's what I do. I mean, my proposal would be that we go to the right of this scene and into is it quadrant 2 that we've not been in so far?
Just to be clear as well, before Billum left the ship, the other ship, he did he picked up his advanced combat rifle rather than the accelerator rifle.
Yeah, just
to be clear.
Mess people up.
Yeah, because it's got automatic fire, and he feels automatic fire is what we need here. A bit of glooping and a bit of fully automatic fire.
Okay. Yeah, it's picked up a bit heavier armament. Yeah, understand. That's fine.
Should we do, before we move on to the next section, should we do like a quick 5-minute bio break and then we can rock on with the rest of the ship?
Yeah, I heard one of my
time.
German colleagues call it that the other day, a bio break. That's the first time I've heard it, and this is the second
Bio
time
break,
I've heard
like a
it.
biological need break.
What I mean is, I've got to piss. I'm going to go piss and get beer.
Bio break is like, it's a brilliant phrase. But yeah, totally. Let's go get drinks and come back in 5 minutes.
Bio break is a little bit ambiguous. It's like, I don't want to wank, I just want to have a piss and then crack on.
Some kind of need. Listen, guys, I've got a need.
Yeah, I have a physical need. Can we satisfy that and then crack on again?
Every time I kill an NPC, I'll be honest. Right, okay, let's go.
Makes me hard.
Right, food time.
All right.
See you soon.
Mo.
See you in a
See you
minute.
soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are live again. Don't say fuck or bugger.
Okay.
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Shit. Okay, so you guys you've got rid of Silex on the coup de grace with Dr. Guyana Sapolsky. You are in the bridge command center aboard the lab ship Fomalgut 127. Ahead of you, to the right of Bill, down that corridor, is the door to quadrant 2, which is the only. I think that must be the only unexplored quadrant.
It is. Yeah. And we've only got the 3 of us now.
Yes.
So I reckon we go together. My proposal would be we go together. Dax will take the lead. Bill brings up the rear. Zim in the middle. What do we think?
Yep. I'm
Zim,
happy with
have
that.
you got a gun?
Yes, I've got a revolver.
Okay, let's take that gun first of all. just kidding, Sim. Just kidding.
I don't want to go into front.
It's actually not a bad idea considering.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah,
I already had Bill
Thank you.
spooge up my back.
Let's take that off you in case you kill someone.
Just in case you do any harm.
Okay, let's go.
And if you want.
Okay. Start making your moves.
I've accidentally gone all the way through the wall. There we go.
Dum, dum, dum. Oh, no.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, so I'm going to take you. I'll just take you onto the next section of the ship then.
Okay. I love this sort of modular map on one screen.
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah, it does. It's a good little system. We haven't seen this bit yet. Now,
Totally taking this idea for my ship.
I can see most of that. Doors are open and stuff.
Quadrant 2 is showing us black for me at the minute, but I'm assuming... Oh no, I'm now in a corridor.
So the room next to Bill appears to have a corpse in it. Is that right?
Next to Bill. Oh, there, yeah, okay, I got it. I see it. Oh yeah, it does look like a corpse.
Okay, so that room again is dark, smashed up. Have you got your helmets on? You still got your full space suits on your helmets on?
Yeah.
There's no way that I'm breathing natural air in this place. It's full of psychos.
Yeah. There's a body in that room.
Steady on, Dax.
It looks like it's been dead. It looks like it's been dead for a few days. It looks like it's been disemboweled, but the entrails are missing.
Oh, that's right then. I was going to say I'll shoot it in the head, but if the entrails are missing, maybe it's fine.
And the clothes, some of the linen, the clothes, the bed sheets, they're all missing.
I mean, people take entrails all the time, but I don't like bad housekeeping.
Feels like, well, do you know, I get it. The entree is always my favourite bit as well.
Where are the fucking pillowcases? This is full of savages in here.
The pillowcase.
Oh, Billy, you going in?
Yeah, Bill's going to have a quick little prod. He's going to prod it with his gun.
Yeah. Again, do you want to make an investigate roll?
Yeah, why
Slap
not?
it, Bill. Slap it.
Slap it. Skills. Investigate. No, it's a main one, is it? Investigate.
Have you got investigate?
No.
Okay, so it's an unskilled roll with intellect as a modifier, please.
God, Dax is.
How do I do that? So
Should be at the bottom of your character sheet. There should be.
You've got unskilled skill as a skill, ironically.
Yeah.
Or you could unskilled skill. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, unskilled skill. Oh, it's not at the bottom. It's in alphabetical order, isn't it?
But
yeah,
I
and
set it to intellect. I'm with you.
Yeah, set it to intellect. Yeah, nothing to see there really for you.
Sim step
Looks
in
clear in
and have a
here,
nosy.
guys.
Looks safe. Yeah, Zim could go and have a little look.
Yep.
Dax will cover the corridor.
Bill will kind of move over towards the bed and maybe prod the bed with the tip of his gun.
So
I've got investigate, or should I use medic?
Either of those, whichever's best.
I'll go for medic, try and determine the actual cause of death.
Well,
His innards were ripped out.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the entrails were taken out.
Yeah,
Zim?
or whether it was an animal or whether it was sliced.
I
and
could have
diced.
told you that, Doc. Oh, look at Zim! I saw the one. That's all I saw was the one, and
I saw the one and I thought, that's it. You're not coming back from that unless you roll a 6 and you've got a significant bonus.
You smashed it.
Yeah.
There's got to be some advantages to playing the scientist.
Yeah.
So investigating the body and having a little look around the room, it looks like this person was killed by having their head repeatedly smashed against the wall, and their abdominal contents have been cut open with some kind of blade. So it looks like they've been stabbed, their head has been smashed against the wall, then the abdominal contents have been cut open, maybe while the person was still almost alive, the contents removed, and there are signs of human bite marks. Again.
I'll relay that to the guys.
Actually, he's just going to say, I swear I didn't do it.
And
It's
Bill's
not someone who looked funny at me.
Bill's like, he looks around and he was like, are you sure? Because I could have sworn it was a natural cause of death.
It did look natural to you.
I think he slept in the shower.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of like this person had their head smashed in and then cut, that's a natural death, isn't it? That's a natural death.
I mean, it's like literally that's what happens when you.
That's when it happens when you smash someone's head in.
If someone smashes your head in and rips your guts out, it's pretty natural that you die.
Okay. Willem, kind of, shrugs his shoulders and steps out. Oh, where have I gone?
Right, Dax will have a quick look in the next room.
You can open that door if you like, Dax.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you like.
It's completely empty. It doesn't even look like it's been used.
I'm not even going to waste any time on it. I'm going to move to the next door.
Yep.
Oh, I think I've accidentally closed that door. I've opened it now.
Okay, it looks kind of similar. It looks like if anything was ever in there, it's either all gone or the room is not been used.
They didn't have that many scientists on here. It's fine. And I shall open the last door, which is open on my screen.
And that room is...
Willem kind of prepares his glute gun.
Yeah, that room's quite immaculate, untouched. Again, doesn't look like anyone has kind of been in there.
I don't think this is a particularly well-habited part of the ship. I'm going to step into what was the common room in previous rooms. Oh, it looks fucked up.
Yeah, smashed up. There's broken cups, broken table. The place is in like a disarray. Yeah, completely smashed up. No people. Some smashed screens. Nothing. Some smashed cameras. Smashed lights. The whole place has just been trashed.
Any sort of technology in that room? Any sort of still functioning screens or?
No.
Okay. I think we keep moving, boys.
Nothing to see here.
Sounds like a good idea.
Oh, I think we're coming up on a drive pod.
Yep.
Can you open that door, Dax?
I can. No, I can't. It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. Well, yeah, it seems to be locked. Although the mechanism is turning, or the mechanism is going like the motor's going, but the door doesn't actually seem to move.
Something's blocking this door, boys. It's jammed. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, we haven't got to go around the
So
long way, have we?
does it look like the door's making any effort to move, or does it just sound like the
it sounds like the motor is trying to open the door, but it won't move, and then the motor just cuts out before it burns out.
Zim, any chance you could have a look at this, see what we can bypass?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Okay. So Zim, can you make an electronics computers roll? Trying to hack the door. Target number is going to be 8.
Oof, just.
Zim's just a ledge.
Yeah, it doesn't open.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be a computer. Like your guess is that perhaps maybe something is actually jamming it.
Yeah, it's a physical problem, which means that we're going to have to go the long way round through all the previous decks and come at this section from the other side.
You could try and force it open.
I mean, Bill's the strongest.
Well, let's give it a pull.
I'll cycle the door while you tug on it, Bill.
Let's
Bill, do you have athletics strength as a skill?
I do have athletic strength. I've got a total of 2 on it as well.
Oh man, okay. So if you select strength as your
Yeah, it's done.
relevant skill and make a roll.
Grab it with both hands, Bill, and yank as hard as you can.
Okay, I'm gonna pull. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so you start to force the door, and it sort of like does give a little bit. There's definitely something kind of blocking it, but you can't quite force it just by muscle power alone.
Is that a type of skill that one of us
Can
could
I-
assist with?
I was wondering.
Go on,
Yeah,
sorry,
or
Bill. I
can
was
we-
going to
can
say
we-
something then.
Can I grab, like, there's a table leg on the floor there that looks like it's made of metal. Can we use that to try and lever the door and get a bit more? I can get a bit more purchase on the fulcrum.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Okay.
Phil taking over as the scientist. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. You can definitely try that. What? Try and get a piece of metal in to jam it to sort of lever it open.
Yeah. So like if I move Bill.
So let's bring Bill
over here to this leg here. You see on that table leg on the floor.
Yeah.
It looks like a table leg. It looks like a
Yeah.
pretty solid piece of metal.
It is. It is.
And Dax will try and support if he can, and if Bill can lever the door, Dax will try and get his fingers in and sort of pull.
Yeah.
Obviously, if there's any give in the door, Dax is just going to let go because
Okay.
I like my fingers.
Yeah. Okay. So
Need them.
can you make
Dunno, man.
another strength roll?
Free cybernetic upgrades. Right. Okay. Let's go for that.
Make another strength roll.
Oh, they've gone all over the place. But I got a 4 and a 5. Does that count if they're off the board?
Oh, yeah. It's not come on the board, but if you got a 4 and a 5, I believe you. So you give it an almighty give it a good kind of pull with the chair leg, and the door sort of like cracks open, and something that was wedging it shut. You hear it sort of bing, like break or crack, and the door slides open.
Oh no.
You're now in the way of the door, Bill.
Something was trying to keep it closed.
Oh, yeah, I mean, let's see what happens.
Okay.
There's the door open there.
Bill looks in there. He drops the crowbar and immediately brings the combat rifle up to bear. Looks down the corridor and waits to see what happens for a second.
Yes, nothing's happening at the moment. It's just got this long corridor. Based off the plans, you would have the lower drive pod on the right, and a empty hard point on the left.
The last room with an empty hardpoint in contained a nest of
Survival.
evil buggers.
Oh, true.
We need to just we gotta clear the rooms.
Let's do it. Let's just go in. Let's be careful. Has anyone got any flashbangs or frag grenades we can throw in there? If not, let's.
No.
Frag grenades, fucking hell.
God damn. Hi, are you the rescue party? No, you're not going to live. Bang.
Okay, let's do it. Shall I go first, or do you want to go? I've got an advanced combat rifle held up now, so I'm sort of
Let's
pretty.
do it. I'll cover Bill over his shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. So do you want to move into that corridor, Bill?
Okay.
What's Zim doing?
Following up behind Dax.
Are we opening the door in the north here, Bill? That would have been
It
the
looks
hard
like
point.
it's already open.
Oh yeah.
I could see in there, and as I've gone past, there's nothing in there. So
Yeah, that's like it's well lit. It looks pretty intact. Nothing smashed. It's got the ship's jump drive in there. You've got on the walls. You've got like posters made by the manufacturer of the drive. They're like instructional aids. Various materials pertaining to the operation. You know, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, safety checks, just kind of routine kind of stuff. You've got a couple of hatches leading up.
I think we checked the hatches because there's a fucking mentalist hidden behind the last one.
definitely. Yeah, we could even head up there and go to that second level.
Yeah.
Assuming the map's made for that. Right. We're heading in.
Heading in, okay. Can you see the map, Gaz?
No.
You keep being logged off it.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Head on in,
Oh, I've been
guys.
logged off tabletop audio again.
It doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got the dun 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 dun.
that's okay. I'm not going to add anything different.
Okay.
Just let it run in the background there. Okay, so you're in that room. You've got in the top left and right corners. You've got the ladders leading up to the upper level drive pod. Do you want to climb up those ladders?
Do you think we do one ladder at a time, Bill? I'll go up this one, you go up the other one. So Dax will take the left one if Bill wants to take the right, and we'll sort of go at the same time. And then if there's anything up there, we might distract their attention.
Okay.
Sounds
So you
good.
climb up. You climb up to the ladder. You can't go through that wall, guys. You'll have to go.
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
there,
that's
mate.
it. Yeah, that's it.
You climb up to the ladder. Press it open. It's like an iris valve. It opens up, and you can move if you like up into the upper drive pod. It's not too much to see up there. It is on the map, so I could kind of take you onto it if you like. Let's have a look. Can't move you on there. This is a power plant. Might have just taken you through the map through the ship by accident there. Never mind. Yeah, so this is you've got the power plant in here.
Okay.
It's quite dimly lit. It's the power plant for the maneuver drive. It's still working. It's humming away. It's running away there, and you've got this kind of thin layer of dust.
A quick scout around behind the power plant, just make sure that it's empty.
Yeah, there's not a lot happening in there. It's empty. Nothing
Is that-
really much to see.
That terminal in there presumably sort of controls the drive of the power plant.
Yeah.
Not, is there likely to be anything? Again, Dax might not know this. I'll just shout down to Zim and say, the power plant and the drives up here, Zim. Anything you could get from the terminal in this room?
You'd be able to, Mike?
You probably wouldn't get anything more than you've already seen. You won't get much more access than you've already had from the bridge.
I think we'll drop back down then.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's take you back down to there. I might have inadvertently brought you through.
I've not seen anything else that I hadn't
Right.
already seen.
Okay. Cool. Just trying to, because if I take you through a populated area, suddenly you can see it, can't you?
I don't like the idea of populated area, but
Not
yes.
populated. If I take you
Let's
through
just
an
go
area,
back. Let's not go that. Let's not go any further.
Let's go home. I don't like this place.
It's empty. We found everything we could find. Let's just
found
destroy it
everything.
let's go out and nuke it from space.
okay, so you're into the corridor there.
Yeah, so Dax will take the lead for a bit, give Bill a break and head to the next door.
Cool.
Open it up.
So there, Dax, just to that room to the south, it's quite dark. Again, lighting panels have been smashed. This is deployment for probe drones. Two probe drones, because there were 4 in the other one. It's like an airlock. The floor opens up for the probe drones to drop down, so they're definitely lootable.
Dax is going to turn to Zim and just say, could you program these, Doc, to launch out and fly to the coup? Because we could do with these.
Should be relatively straightforward, gentlemen.
Yeah,
I think if we can, let's launch them and get them to fly home. We'll get Kirsch to expect them, and I think we take any of the probe drones we find, and if first off, the laboratories did not prepare us for this with their 100,000 credits. We nearly lost a comrade already, and secondly, they don't know that Progenics didn't launch them on some mission and lose them.
Well, we met a guy called Tyr. He turned out to be a loon, and he said the last thing I did was I set off all the probe droids.
And we killed him because we thought that was a terribly bad thing
terrible
to do with
thing to
company
do.
property.
Yeah. It's a terrible thing to do. So, Zim, if you want to access the probe drone controls, you can just kind of do that by hacking the computer. Shouldn't be too difficult. So if you can make a computer roll with either intellect or... Yeah, it's dead easy that. Wow, God, even if you roll fairly low number, your modifiers are super good.
Yeah.
Zim is. I love that Zim is. He's so science focused that on the bits he's good at, he's legendary.
So good, yeah. It's just he basically can do most things. So it's dead easy
Except
for
fight.
you. Except fight. You're not a liability because you've got a bit of basic.
I'm a
You've got a
thinker,
bit
not
of
a
basic.
fighter.
You've got a bit of basic skill. You're the group's wizard, is what you are.
Yeah, this is the real world. This isn't all about dungeon stomping and combat. We're trying to survive here.
You're trying to survive here. So it's dead easy for you. You can access those probe drones plus the ones in the other bay from here. You basically tell them to leave the ship and give Kirsch an order to pick them up. There's like a cargo scoop. The crew has got like, because it's a pirate ship, isn't it? So it's basically adapted to scoop up treasure that's been recovered from a blown up ship. So that's dead easy to do. So that'll just happen while you guys are cracking on.
Awesome.
It will grab those other 4 before we leave if we don't get killed.
Well, you can do that now. You can just tell them to go to be deployed. You don't have to go in the room. You can do it from that room.
In that case, Sim, let's loot them all. Worst case, if they get really shitty, we'll give them 2 back and say, we found these.
No, they're in good condition.
2.
Yeah, so there's 4 in the other room. Sorry, there's 4 in that room.
Yeah.
And there was only 2 in the other room, sorry.
Yeah.
So there's 6 altogether.
And I don't like the word loot. I prefer the word recover.
Recover, yeah.
Reclaimed.
Yes. Yeah, we reclaimed and we're going to put it to better use.
I like the phrase plunder. Right, Dax is going to move up to this next door. And when everyone is backing me up, I'm going to open it. Oh, it's locked.
That's locked.
Or... Right.
No.
Is it cycling or is it just sealed electronically?
Sealed electronically. Looks like someone has blown the control and jury rigged some of the electronic, like the control of the button is basically been smashed.
Sim, anything you can do to get this door open?
Well, does it look like it's been smashed to lock something in, or locked to keep people out?
Hard to tell.
Well, either way, there's either something in there that... Well, actually, no, that's a very valid point, Bill. I was just about to say, there's either somebody in there hiding, or there's something deadly in there that we want to know. Maybe you're right, maybe we leave it.
What's the door made out of, Mike? Is it a security door, or is it like an airlock door?
No, it's not. It's just like a regular door. You could blow your way through it. They've got about 100 points. Take about 100 points of damage to blow your way through it. So it would give in to a fairly determined assault.
Give that just a firm, fair knock. See if there's any reply.
Yeah, do it kind of like dunk, 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 dunk. See if we get a dunk, dunk back.
Yeah.
We're with the rescue party.
Okay, so you sort of knock on. What are you just going to do? You're just going to give that... Tell me exactly what you're going to say and what you're going to do.
So we're going to do a knock, like a noticeable pattern. So dunk, 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 dunk. We'll see if we get a dunk, dunk back.
And some like, whatever it is. Rescue,
you do hear a bump, bump. You get a knock, a little tap knock back.
I take it there's no intercom to that room, or if there is, was it
been
destroyed
smashed.
with?
Okay,
yeah, it's been
we're gonna increase the complexity of the tune. So we go dunk, 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 dunk. See if they come back with dunk, 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 dunk.
Can we slip a note on the door?
Yeah, you can't slip a note under the door. You could try and you could probably try and patch into. Maybe you could try and force the door, or you could maybe try and hack into the. It's like, have you got electronic skill? You could try and jury rig something electronic.
I reckon Zim could crack that door.
I'll give it a go. What do you want me to use, Mike? Electronics, computers, or just electronics itself?
Electronics. What are the electronic skills? Electronics, computers, sensors.
Yeah.
Computers. Yeah, I suppose it would be. Would it be electronics? No, just electronics basic.
Okay. Oh, my dice rolled off.
This is where the tension mounts. Did Zim roll a 6? Or was it just a... he rolled literally a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, sort of can't do it. Doesn't matter because you hear something click from the other side, and the door slides open.
Oh, lordy.
Guns up, covering the room.
There's a guy standing there. He is... he's wearing what looks like a flight suit.
He was the one with the immaculate room.
Was he the navigator, dude?
The navigator.
Yeah, he's wearing a flight suit. He looks in a reasonable state of dress. bit gaunt around the eyes, and he just kind of like, he looks he's a bit quiet, and he opens it just a little bit, and he just kind of sees you, and he's like, "Oh, rescue party."
Yeah.
Yep, that's us.
For who we're working for, not Hill.
Fuck yeah, fuck us.
Helvik, whatever it is.
Helvik,
yeah.
Helvik Laboratories. We've come to rescue you.
Yeah, I thought it must have been you guys. Yeah, Zindel Henri. So he opens the door sort of fully, and he sort of he steps forward.
Billum brings up his rifle. He's like, on the floor now, on the floor.
Whoa. He holds his hands up and he's like, whoa, like, what's the problem? I thought you guys are the fucking rescue
I
party.
shit you not, on the floor now, motherfucker. Get on the floor. Hands behind your head.
Zim will intervene and quickly explain that there's a rogue contaminant in the atmosphere that is laced with some experimental combat drugs.
I just realised my window's open. Oops.
Okay. So he sort of gets down. He gets down slowly. He goes onto one knee, puts his hands like where do you want his hands, behind his head or behind his
hands behind your head?
Okay, so he puts his hands behind his head and he sort of lies down on the floor and he's like, what's going on? I thought you were the rescue. I thought you guys were the rescue team. Like,
Dax is just going to sort of step forward with the shotgun and say, "Yeah, you know Tyr, the engineer.
Yes, yeah. Is he okay? Is he alive?
He's a good man. You trust him."
Yeah, good man.
Yeah, we rescued him. He lost his mind in the craft on the way back. Chewed the face off one of our colleagues. It's nothing against you personal, but we've rescued a number of the crew, and unfortunately we've had to sedate him, although most of them were voluntary. We'd happily take you back and get you medically checked, but we've got to bind you and we've got to sedate you.
It doesn't answer you. Just like.
So we
Can Zim check him over to look for any symptoms, Mike, to see if there's anything that can indicate that he could be sort of like a carrier on his own.
Okay, so can you make a medic or make a medic check?
Make a medic check.
If Zim fails, can the cat smell whether or not there's
I know.
there's contaminant?
He's after his tea.
He's gorgeous.
Aren't you?
He seems okay. There's nothing overtly obvious.
Billum
he seems fine.
is beyond caring what anyone else says on this. He is literally, unless you let us sedate you and bind you right now, you will not be walking out of here. We will carry you out in a body bag.
Dax is very much the same, because I gave a guy a harmless slap and he tried to cut my face off. So you know,
and I've just nearly lost one of our crew on the route back.
Dax is just going to step back and let Bill take the situation.
Okay, fine. Like, that's fine. Do it. Like, do what you've got to do. Just get me out of here, man. Just get me out of here, guys. Like, it's too dangerous on here.
Turn around on your knees.
Okay, so he gets on his knees, puts his hands behind his
back.
back.
Look over your shoulder at me and smile. Tell me how you like it.
Do you want something to bite?
We realise no one's got anything to bind him with. Can you just hold your hands? Don't let go.
Oh man!
Normally, I'd be with Bill here and just smack him in the back of the head with a rifle, but it triggers them.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, this is it. We just need to bind him and sedate him. So, have we got anything to do that, or actually?
You've got that. You've got some sedatives in that medical med kit.
Yeah, that we found. So, as long as we got doses left, I think we dose him up.
Let's do that.
There's another dose left.
Yeah, because I mean, literally, that last guy was such a lunatic. We just cannot take the risk.
Yeah. Okay. So that's quite easy to do. So are you going to do that, Zim? Are you going to sedate him?
Yeah.
Are you going to deliver this? Yeah. Are you going to deliver the sedation?
Dax and I assume and Bill as well, but Dax will cover while that happens. Yeah. I'll pop his skull if anything untoward happens.
So do you want to move a bit further forward?
Zim.
Yeah.
Right. Look. Diddly doo doo.
Oh, okay. He's in the doorway there. Yeah.
Actually, just going to give Zim just a bit of room.
Yep. Okay, so you come forward. So, yeah, you come forwards there. Do you want to? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you've basically got him on his knees. You've got guns trained on him. He's tied up. It's quite easy to just deliver a sedative to his shoulder.
Yep.
He's very, very quickly. He just kind of like goes slack jawed, zonk, and he's out. He's a bit heavier than Sapolsky. He weighs about 80 kilos.
Right.
But Bill
Do
could
we lug
definitely
him the
carry
rest of the way, and leave ourselves with Bill carrying a dude, or now he's bound and sedated? Do we leave him here, explore, and pick him up on the way back?
You've nearly explored all the ship, to be honest. There's just these last few rooms on the right.
Yeah, I'd leave him here and just
Secure
do
his
the
door
last
again, yeah, and then come back, pick him up on the way.
Yep, sounds good. Good shout.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because there's
Okay.
not a lot to see, but
There's not a lot. Yeah, there's not a lot left there.
Dax will head to the next door, and if it opens, he's going to open it.
So, yeah. So this Dax is quite dark. The room's been stripped. The lights turned off, but you can turn them on. The room looks like it's been stripped of bed sheets and mattresses. You also noticed back in, I forgot to say actually, back in Zindel's room, he had like a load of mattresses and sheets and stuff all piled into one corner.
I was wondering where a lot of this bedding had gone.
Yeah, it looks like he's been gathering it, making himself, and he's also actually dug underneath some of that bedding. There's like a floor tile he's dug up, and he's made himself a little hidey hole, a bit like how Gianna did it. She made that little hidey hole underneath. He'd done the same in his room, and he's basically taken a load of bedding and stuff.
Wasn't
hidey holes.
The Chinese looking guy was hiding in the corner as well. What was his name? I can't remember his name. The guy that went crazy on us first.
Wasn't
of
that
all.
Zindel? No, that was Lando.
That was Lando.
Lando,
Yeah.
wasn't he sort of hiding under stuff as well?
Lando was hiding under stuff as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've all been hiding above all.
That's supposed to mean heavy on every floorboard. Okay. Dax is going to very quickly, as we've nearly finished this section of the ship, just go in and check out the room. If it's clear, he's going to come straight back out. But I want to make sure there's no surprises while we retreat, especially if we've got Zim in tow. Oh,
Yeah.
Go that way. And then head to the next door.
Again, this is it just looks like a unused room in there. Nothing much in there.
Okay, cool. I'll head straight to the next one.
Oops, sorry. This has just got like the frame, the bed frame, no mattress. Looks like again it's been stripped.
Right, we got the drones. I think we take this guy back, get him in stasis, and see how Silic's doing.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I'm just going to fast forward because you've kind of cleared the ship out there. There's no need to of move through the rest of it. So you can get yourselves back to the bay.
I call shotgun because I don't want to sit in Silic's blood on the way home.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing is we can't leave Zim next to a lunatic.
Oh yeah, I'll go next to the lunatic.
Yeah,
thanks,
I'm just
Yes.
like he's got no chance. At least you've got
and
a
also
chance.
the lunatic should not be sitting next to the pilot. So yes, Dax will go in the back with his shotgun trained on the face of the lunatic.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So you head back to the aircraft bay, and it's pretty straightforward. You don't nothing that you've not seen before. No one jumps out of any corners. You can get there in just a few minutes, to be honest. Bill is piloting. Zim in the front. Dax and Zindel, in the back seat there. Zindel is sedated, and that sedation should last a good 40 minutes or so. Or you'd expect it to last about 40 minutes, so it should be no threat for a little while. You can exit the lab ship Fomalgut and head you back to the Harrier. So Bill, can you just make a final skill roll to pilot that back to the Harrier? Make sure that you don't kill everyone on the way.
No, don't kill everyone on the way.
Yeah, maybe.
This is how it ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper.
With a decompression.
Yeah, this is how it ends with a whimper. So you're heading back. You don't really kill anyone, but you just kind of bump the you just bump the air raft up against the hull of the Harrier. It just kind of clips the door, the bay door as you're going in, so that the boat's going to sustain a little bit of damage. Nothing significant. It's still pilotable, but it's just taken a little bit of a knock, and it might have just knocked your confidence a little bit.
It was worth more than our other one.
It was.
Should we go back and swap?
It was worth more. And actually, gentlemen, that actually concludes the session on the lab ship Fomalgut.
Can we make sure that we march the navigator straight to the cryo chamber under guard and get him cryoed before anything else happens?
Yeah. That's simple to do. I just want you to just stop the music now, so you don't need that on. You can turn it off.
You don't.
Can we also
no? God, it's suddenly right when it's gone. It's like, oh
Yeah.
right.
Oh, shit. It's almost more eerie.
Yeah. In fact, should we just add a little bit of background? Should I put it back on? Do you think? Or
yeah, because one of the things I would like to do is can we kind of slave the ship so that it follows us back to take it back with us?
That's interesting. Let me just.
I mean, I feel
If
like
they
it's.
want us to do that.
I can't.
Well, I suppose technically we're saving him a job, aren't we?
We are, but we're also potentially bringing a huge contaminant across space sectors. Because they didn't charge us with going back to Hilfer, they charged us with just letting them know what was going on. But then we have got 2 frozen weirdos aboard.
I don't know if we can. Maybe slaving a ship to us isn't quite as straightforward in Traveller as others, because there's the fuel consideration, isn't there?
Yeah. It's not as easy as that.
And we'd probably need to leave crew on the lab ship.
So maybe that's not the thing. We just lock it.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to steal it, you would have to pilot it.
Well, that hadn't crossed my mind until you said it.
I don't want anything to do with this ship. It's got airborne pathogens and corpses.
Riddled with it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we can't sell it.
It's hard to sell a stolen ship. You can certainly loot it.
We have done that before.
You've done that before. You can strip it. You could take the. What's it called? The auto dock. There was that auto dock you could take.
But also, this ship has got like one of the most profitable pathogens in it that we could possibly sell on the black market, right?
You've got the data.
And we've got 2 potentially infected victims. Unless we want to sell this as a haunted
biological
house.
sampling for it. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know this is probably a bit far out, but it's worth that ship is worth a lot, not because of what it is, but because of what's in it.
I also think that mess is someone else's problem, and we could be in with the lab dudes, but we could keep hold of
all the evidence that we want for progenics we keep hold of, because we can use that as leverage over a minute.
I mean, progenics to me are as bad as the Ogma Raiders. There's a network here that's going back a year that needs cracking.
Could we sell the ship to the Ogma Raiders and become friends with them?
We're nuking them from orbit.
It's not an attack ship, is it?
No. I was just thinking because we could sell them the virus that's inside to turn all of their troopers, their guys, into super crazy loons.
We don't want that. We need to kill the Ogma Raiders and get the wee Kareem back.
I won't give them the steam off my shite, mate.
No,
they're French.
Yeah, I agree with Zim on this. The Ogma Raiders are all going to die. The only way I'd give them the ship is if we were to sort of mass drive it from orbit into one of their bases and wreck half the planet.
Yeah. I'd definitely make a weapon, make them president of the biological weapon, just so they don't know about it until we release it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on board with whatever we want. Billum is just thinking of the cash. He's lost all. It's almost like his previous few experiences have lost a lot of his moral compass.
Yeah,
his humanity has eroded. I love it.
It's taken chunks out of him, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I felt really angry earlier. Like when we met that final guy in that room, I was like, literally, the bullet was going in his brain if he hadn't done what he was told.
And it's because Dax was always Dax has always been a happy-go-lucky rogue. But Dax has always seen himself as, he used to be a pirate. He's killed a lot of people, and he's got some enemies from people not people like Bill that he accidentally let die. People he just flat out murdered. But Dax is a bit like, Jesus, Bill, give it a rest, buddy.
Oh.
I'm less worried about Silic now.
Yeah. No, innit?
Yeah,
I know.
Bill's definitely gone. It's
Dark
just
side.
something happened. Something happened to Bill. It's changed.
Bill's followed a character arc. It's beautiful.
Dax, is it really, Bill?
Well, oh God. Oh, well, I was unconscious on the ship, and then some guy that looked like Dax with a face tattoo told me he'd killed Simeon. I mean, I don't know.
Don't know for sure. Sure.
I sort of know how the GM's mind works, and now, Gaz, you've got me slightly worried. Because there was this hint that Simeon had some cloning or alteration technology going on.
Well, you see, I've been thinking.
What are we not privy to?
I know. I think the Zim's going to check his medical record just to make sure that everything's sparking on all cylinders for Bill.
Well, I mean, out of character and in character, to be fair, I'm just enjoying playing Billim at the minute because I do feel he is like properly that experience on that ship has I feel like it's put him over the edge. It's like it's a proper.
Definitely, yeah. He's gone hardened. He's been hardened. He's become brutalized, hasn't he?
It's that thing when you kind of like when you've been pushed to the edge. It's like it's difficult to then come back into a normal.
Yeah.
Path,
I love it.
He's getting the 1,000-yard stare, isn't he?
There's a characterization there that I've rarely seen in role playing. You're nailing it, Mickey. It's genuinely terrifying.
Love it.
So I'm going to assume that you are taking the auto dock.
Yeah. Please,
So
we want that installed.
Yeah. So have a little look. If you look at the Commerce Raider Harrier there, I've just pulled the map up for you.
Oh yeah, cool.
Can you see that?
Cool. Yeah.
Where would you want to put it? Tell me where you'd want to put it.
Say that again, Mike. Just I didn't quite finish.
Tell me where you want to put it, baby.
I finished.
Tell me where.
Right. Anyway.
Presumably somewhere near the cryo chambers.
I was thinking that.
You could take a cryo chamber out.
Because we've got how many? We've
So
got
you'd lose one.
6 cryo chambers.
Well,
One,
a little
two,
bit.
Oh, we've got
three,
8 actually,
four,
haven't we?
five- Yeah, there's 8.
How much is the cryo chamber worth, though?
I think they're about 40-50 grand.
How much is the auto dock worth?
150
100,000.
grand.
Okay.
100,000.
But I was going to say the auto dock is priceless as a medical aid.
Could we not just put it in the cargo hold though? Because like
You could put it in the cargo hold.
we've got
If you
loads
look at,
of space there.
yeah,
Also, we can power it. Yeah,
you've also got some rooms, haven't you? If you look on the top floor,
that's true. There's loads of those rooms.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms.
Let's do
And
that in a
it's-
stateroom. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's unlikely that we're going to be transporting a lot of passengers. That increasingly doesn't seem to be our bag.
No, it's
We
not
can
likely,
use one of the
is it?
staterooms and kit it out to a temporary sort of like first aid feel.
Yeah, bit of a med
Surgery.
bay.
Yeah,
Love
start turning one of those into a bit of
Yeah.
a med bay. So
Yeah.
you've got some basic stuff. You've got the auto dock that's got the beginnings of a med bay written all over it. So which one would it be? Would it be one of the smaller ones that are along the right hand side?
Yeah, I'd say one of the smaller ones near the number 3 because we don't want to compromise our bunks.
You want
Well,
comfort. You want comfort.
I'm not flying. I want to get pissed. I want to have a smoke, and I want to be able to stretch my legs.
But as 3 of us, we could use one of the middle rooms, which is quite large for the auto.
There's 3 of us, but we've got Kirsch and Silic as well, and I don't want to piss
Yeah.
off Scarface or the dog boy.
Silic's going to have to have his own little room from now on, anyway.
I think Bill might have to have his own room from now on.
Well, no, you only shared a room when you were on the Scout.
That is
Yeah,
true.
we're all in our own rooms now. So
all
Maybe
in
that's
our
it.
rooms.
Maybe Bill's missing his friend, and it's made him go just a little bit haywire.
So why don't I put your?
Do you know what? Actually, any of those rooms, I was only thinking one of the larger rooms, just because it would be quite good for a medic room.
Yeah.
Tell me where your rooms are.
I was going to say, Dax, you and Zim, you just got little rooms. I don't think you want that, do you? You want big
Dax
rooms.
is going to Bagsy this one up here. Because technically, Dax is still the captain. Especially now that Bill's the pilot.
Billem's having this room in the middle.
Close to the bridge, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll go with that one at the back,
Okay.
near the common area.
Yeah.
And where is the route up? How do we get up here? It's in the middle there, isn't it? Right in between Zim and Billem. So the room that we put Silic in is literally near that number 3, near the top of the number 3.
Yeah, okay. So let's just add.
And he's still locked in there.
He is still locked in there.
With his messed up face.
That one there.
Well, that can be the one he was in, yeah. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Any of those, but I think Silic's in one of those 4.
I'd say we put the med bay in the bottom one of those 4, so furthest away from Silic on that side. Because if you look, those are double bunks, and there's some stuff in the corner. If we stripped one of those out,
yeah, it's enough
presumably
space,
the auto dock's got a similar footprint to a bed.
Yeah.
It would replace those double beds, and there's still quite a lot of room in there for medical equipment and computer terminals and stuff.
Yeah,
and
so
then
you
we've
could
got a
get, you
decent
could get that
room
done.
for hot chicks that we want to pick up en route and stuff.
Yeah, you need a room for hot chicks.
Yeah, groupies should we call them?
Let's call them groupies. You've got the in the common room, which is number 4 on deck 2 there. That's where that gaming table is set up as well.
Yeah.
Where's the gaming table?
On deck 2,
Was it-
room 4, common area.
Yeah, was it Silic or Kirsch bought the little miniature war
Kirsch.
game?
Kirsch
Yeah,
bought it. Yeah.
Kirsch bought the war game in. So basically we can all play 40k in the evenings.
Not on little tables like that, you can't.
No, it's one
What
big
the
table.
fuck?
It's one
All
big
right.
table.
Okay, all right. I was going to
Yeah.
say, it's got to be a 6x4, else why are we even bothering?
I think it's a 6x12. I reckon we could play Apocalypse on it.
It's a massive table. It's a massive table. Yeah.
We got a lot of time between systems. Let's do it.
You need something to do. Yeah, it was quite expensive. I think you spent about $1,500 on it. It was like a full-on.
Grand and a
Like it
half?
was-
That's a fraction of the price of a GW game.
I was going to say, that buys you like 2 boxes of miniatures.
That sounds like a really cheap, shitty game. That's like,
It is
That's why
cheap,
the
yeah.
future miniatures games are brilliant, because they're digital. You don't have to actually buy plastic.
okay.
You've got these two. You've got the scientist Gianna and the is it the navigator? Is it the navigator?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're stowed in the cold burst. You can keep them for there as long as you want. I presume you're just going to keep them there. Wait, what are you going to do with them? What's your plan?
Well,
to...
until we know, I mean,
That's,
the first thing we need to get in touch with the science guys to get the guys who own the lab ship to get our second 50 grand. And I think we need to be pretty aggressive with our negotiations, because we were expecting to deliver some parts and then scout the place for them. This was a bloodbath. Somebody, Silec's going to be scarred for life.
What we do is in the transaction, we say to, what's the name of the corporation again, Mike?
Helvik.
That's it.
Helvik. Helvik. We're going to give them first opportunity if they want to obtain give them the survivors. Making them aware that they are highly contagious, but also very lucrative, and we would like remuneration for our consideration with the matter.
Yep.
And away we go.
And also, they're worth. I'd say they're worth like mega credits for if they want this research. Depends.
Yeah.
Helvik is set up as a ship rental company, not a research company. But at the same time, like you say, Zim, first refusal, and there will be bigger buyers out there.
Yeah.
We should totally have changed the locks on that spaceship. And then we could have, like you're not getting the new codes unless you pay us more money.
We could, before we leave, shoot the pinnace and any other potential docking bays and just cripple the ship to make it more difficult to
Is
rescue.
our little
I
ship
could do,
still
could I?
there? Could we recover our other little
The
ship?
pinnace was not there,
The
was
pinnace
it?
wasn't, but our
That's
other little
right.
ship is. So can we recover our other little ship either remotely?
Yeah, you can get that.
Well,
we get it
we've got
remotely?
Give me
two
2
pilots.
minutes, guys.
Yeah, so you've got two of those now, two little air rafts, haven't you?
Awesome. One of them's full of blood and goop,
the other one's slightly bashed. Oh yeah, both of them are slightly bashed, but
Yeah,
Both of them are
they're all
slightly bashed, yeah.
bit
Yeah,
shoddy.
they're both showing a little bit of use there.
We got 6 probe drones out of it as well.
You got some probe drones. You've got you've got a load of stuff that you weren't supposed to steal, but like you pirates.
Don't we always...
we didn't steal. Tia fired that off at the planet before he went crazy.
We don't even know about that stuff.
don't even
All
know
we
about
know
that
is
stuff.
that Tia turned on us. We tried to save him. What he did, who knows?
All we did was ask him where all the stuff was.
Yeah, we said, where are the probe drones? And he went mental, so we killed him.
Yeah, literally bit our mate's cheek off.
And luckily, Bill was heroic enough to melt his face.
A lot.
I'm just going to. Where did you want? Shall I just pull the map up? Because I need you to tell me where you're going to go now.
Yeah.
I'm presuming you're going to go to Tech World.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tech World was next on the list. The first thing we need to do is contact Helvik and just see where we stand. Because if there's more money in going back a jump and having a face-to-face with them, we'll consider it. But I think the next plan is Tech World.
Yeah, and I would agree that's a good idea because do you know what? If we've got more money to go to Tech World with, let's get more money to go to Tech World with.
That's it. The more loaded we are, the better.
Yeah. So there's the map.
The other thing I was thinking with my robot dog, you see, is I quite like the idea of even if I can't afford the full thing right now, is this a bit of a kit project?
Yeah.
And I can kind of buy enough of it to have a stupid dog, and then I can make it smarter as we go through the game.
I thought you were going to have some horrendous, like you've got the front 2 limbs and it's just dragging itself around.
Build it up. You can submit your report.
Yeah.
To Helvik Laboratories, but
let's
they don't
wait
have
for Gaz to be back.
They don't have a presence in Hilfer.
Cool.
So Helvik don't have a presence in Hilfer.
Right.
So you could wait a week to get a reply, because that's how long it's going to take. Because it will take a week. It'll take a week for a reply to get there, a week for your report to get there, and a week to get back. So you could wait 2 weeks at Hilfer.
I mean, we're in a position where it's probably not a bad thing to get Silic into the auto dock and just chill out for a week or so. Scoop at the gas giant, let Silic heal up and see what Helvik have to say.
Yeah.
And then get all, like as Bill said, get every last bloody cred we can out of them before we head to Tech World and buy some cool shit.
Hilfer hasn't got any gas giants.
Okay. So we'll just hang out in space. We're fine.
So you could refuel, but you would have to refuel either at the high port, which is Jedico High Port. That one.
Oh, nice.
Which is a class. I think that is a class B high port, so it's got decent services. You'd have to buy fuel, so you could either spend top whack and buy that fuel, like processed fuel, or you could buy unprocessed fuel and spend a day processing it, which just adds a day to your journey, but it's like five times cheaper.
Yeah.
Or you could go down to the down port, which is pretty rough and ready, Startown. Or you could, well, that's kind of your options, or you stay in Hilfer forever. If you want fuel, you can't. There's no gas giant to refuel that.
Mind you, there's no gas giants at Tech World either. But what we could do, we can't do it. I was going to say we could jump to Ergo. There's a gas giant there. We can't jump to Ergo and fuel up the gas giant. Ergo's a bad place.
Ergo's a bad place.
We go to Paul, gas giant, Scoop, and Tech World. But I think, yeah. So either back to Pawn and face to face with the guy from Helvik, or we just sit and wait. But it probably doesn't hurt Select to have a bit of healing time.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of flying to Pawn with the 2 people in cryostasis, because if for some reason Helvik decide they really want them, we've then got to try and get out of Porn with them chasing us and so on. Whereas if we're in Hilfer and we say, look, we've got this, it's up to you. If you don't want it, we're dust.
We're gone.
Yeah. So I think we message them in Hilfer, we shove Silek in the auto dock, and we
hang
see
out
what comes back.
for a couple of weeks for the report.
Yeah, see what comes back from Helvik.
Where do you want to? So I'm just sort of thinking ahead for our sort of next session, really. Like, because you could go back to Porn, couldn't you? Because that's one jump, and you've got enough fuel to go back to Porn, or you could go to Parl, like you say. So, but your plan is to wait at Hilfer, send your report. That's going to take a week to get there. Then wait another week for it to come back. So wait for 2 weeks in Hilfer. In that time, get Silek patched up in the auto dock and go to either the high port or the down port.
High port, and then we're keeping out of any issues that could happen on the ground.
Do we need to do either? I know it's a bit uncomfortable.
You'll need to refuel.
Oh, okay. We haven't got the fuel to do. I thought we had because we fueled up at Porn, didn't we?
You did one jump from Porn to Hilfer was one jump.
Yeah.
But if you want to go, you've only got enough fuel for 1 parsec jump.
So we could jump to Tech World, buy fuel at Tech World.
You can't go to Tech World because it's 2 parsecs.
Oh, it's a 1 parsec jump.
Parl. We could go to Parl and get refuel at Parl.
I would say that we, in the interim, we jump to Parl and we scoop a gas giant at Parl.
It'll take
we can still 2 parsec jump.
It'll take a bit longer to get the reply.
That's cool.
Okay.
So
cool.
we've spent a year doing this. We're not in a rush, and what we want to do is, I think we want to put a bit of distance between ourselves and Porn because we don't know what the response is.
Just in case. Yeah.
And we've got these fuckers in cryo storage, so yeah, let's go Parl, scoop a gas giant, and then the plan is go to
you
Tech
could
World.
scoop. Yeah, you could scoop a gas giant because there's a gas giant at Parl, isn't there?
Yeah. So if we headed to Parl, scoop the gas giant, and we just chill in space, get pissed, play miniature war games, stay out of the way of everybody, and then head up to Tech World, and/or if they want us to drop off a couple of frozen dudes, we'll go back to Porn and make a bit more money.
If we've got a 6x12, we're in for a week's worth of gaming anyway, right?
One game of Apocalypse can take like 5 days.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: if you went to Parl, that's 1 week, and that will be as long as it takes for your message to get back to Porn.
Yeah.
Then if you went to Tech World, like you could, that will take the message could potentially get back to Tech. You could pick the reply up at Tech World.
Let's do that.
Because then you're not having to wait around in system.
Yeah.
There'll be a little bit of waiting around in Parl while you do your scooping. Yeah. But I would think that by the time you've arrived at Parl, done your gas giant refueling, processed the fuel, jumped to Tech World, by the time you got to Tech World, your reply and cash would arrive from Helvik.
Yeah, so we're in a good position in Tech World, and if they turn around and say, bring them back right now, or we're hunting you, or whatever, well, then we're a couple of jumps away, and we can do our Tech World shopping before we bugger off.
Yeah. What are you asking for? A certain amount from?
Yes.
What are you asking for?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, Zim was suggesting we tell them about what we've found. I mean, I think if we've got potentially a new super soldier agent or bio agent in the research we've gathered and in the 2 bio samples we've got in cryo, I think we're asking for a minimum of like 1 million credits, like a mega credit, because that's serious research. Or we're telling them what happened and what Progenics did and waiting for them to hear back. What do we think, guys?
I don't know. I don't know how much we should charge, though. That's the thing. I don't have in my head what a good figure is.
I mean, I don't either. I mean, put it this way: refurbishing the missile pod and fixing some of the stuff on the coup de grace is like I think the missile pod's like a 1 or 1.5 mega credits or something. So you're talking about one ship buying a missile pod for a weapon slot. If we were to give them the information to develop a bio agent to create super soldiers, that's going to be worth hundreds of mega credits to them. They're not going to pay us that, but I think that stuff's got to be of a value of at least 1 or 2 mega credits.
Yeah, fair comment.
Okay.
But we maybe don't lead with that. I think we lead with, this is the information you requested. You know, an experiment went wrong on the ship. Most of the crew have been killed. We've got 2 of the crew in cryo storage, and we've got all their scientific data. And we just say, are you interested in the data?
Yeah. We negotiate a separate price.
Yeah. And if they say, no, we just want to know what happened to the ship, and they want to go and reclaim it, fine. And we'll sell it to someone else. And if they say, actually, yeah, we fancy what they've done, then we'll start negotiating.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We've got some scientific data from Progenics.
Yeah.
Are you interested in buying that data? Like, basically, we've done your job, but we've also got this.
Yeah.
We'd be interested in selling to you.
Yeah, if you want it, and you know, they're in a better position to broker that to the scientific community or the weapons community, so they'll get it at a decent price. But we won't tell what it is. We'll just say, your ship's cleared. This is what happened. We've got a couple of the staff if you want to talk to them about it, but we've also got all the data, and that's got a value to it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Sweet. All right. Well, I think that's probably a good time to stop, I think.
Cool.
Without spending, I think it will be unnecessary to go to spend time at PAL tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so what we'll do is next week we'll start off with a very short, quick journey to PAL. I'll just tell you a little bit about the system. I don't suppose you're going to are you going to want to spend any time there? Is there any plan to do anything when you're there? System, if I just tell you a little bit about, I might be able to tell you a little bit about PAL now, in case, just so you've got an idea about what's there. About population of about 6 million. It once used to supply Drinax with produce, so it's like an agricultural world, but it's pretty dry, brownish world now. Not a lot there really. Dotted with a few sort of small cities. There's like a train system that runs across, taking produce from various sort of patchy agricultural areas to the starport. It's like sort of a not particularly fertile. It's not a garden world. It's kind of a low-level agricultural world. The downport's got a bit of a reputation for being quite a vibrant place, bits with bars and restaurants and stuff. There's a bit of some people might like that, maybe a bit rough around the edges. Some people might like that. Some people wouldn't hate it. Very sparsely populated. There's a few sort of towns and cities dotted around with massive areas of wilderness. Most of the inhabitants are on the sort of coastal areas, so it's a bit like Australia, really.
Right.
You know, it's kind of dry, outbacky, deserty, great big areas with fuck all there, and small cities around the edges. Like, imagine Australia, but covering the whole kind of world with these great big. They've got these great big nuclear trains. These enormous nuclear trains which carry bulk produce. They call them grain trains, and they ship them sort of across.
Do you think there's any deal, guys, we could do, or because we were doing that thing with the apples or the pears?
Yeah, well, I think that's it, isn't it? We're sort of on our way to Cordan via Tech World, so this might be the way we come back, depending on what the old greengrocers of Drinax plan is when we hit Cordan. PAL might not be a bad little place to go, especially if they're sort of a bit of a brown world who like a bit of fruit. Yeah. We could bring them some nice stuff back.
And even promise them to bring up their own line of fruit that they could sell to Drinax.
Yeah.
And specialised hydroponics with the samples that we've got.
Who's that?
Okay,
yes,
so this
please.
Is Travelers News Society with Yana TK.
Oh, hi.
Today, Pawn System, the system's capital colony, Station 1, partied all night long last week, celebrating the wedding of Director General Barry Lomas to the virtual Holostar Chantal Exodoru. Many commentators have raised doubts about the future of such an unconventional wedding.
Well, she's a hologram, isn't she?
The couple's spokesman said, yes, she is a real girl, and yes, she loves him very much. The couple are about to embark on a whistle-stop tour of the Trojan Reach. with the Grand Spire Havens of Necrino being an almost certain stopover, as rumour has it that Director General Lomas is an avid card player.
Oh,
Well, there
Hey,
you go.
Dax.
Another avid card player right here, but also I sort of want to download and try out his girlfriend. But I know that's not how it works. I know
not how it works.
No, she's like a media star, and she's not just like an online hooker you can download.
No, unfortunately, she's a media star. She's not an online hooker.
That Dax feels that, you know, if she fell for the dry and dusty leader of porn, Dax could show what the real porn is like.
Other news in Hilfer recently. Hilfer, just in the last couple of weeks, a brutal attack against a convoy of Aslan high-rate ships traveling to the Imperium has been carried out by ships of the infamous pirate Peter Vallis. The attack, which left all crew and passengers of the Aslan high-rate ships dead, has caused outrage amongst the Aslan and increased support amongst the Aslan clans, who say that the peace treaty that fixes their borders with the Imperium is outdated and no longer applies.
Oh, here we go.
In response to this attack, the Imperium has pledged to increase Navy patrols within the Void's Edge cluster in the Borderlands to bring the pirates to justice.
Definitely, here we go.
Also,
more Imperial guys and more pissed off Aslan.
Wasn't Valis one of the key guys on Teve?
Yeah, he's the guy whose soldiers you cut their eyes out.
That's okay. Yeah, well, they deserved it.
He was the one who said, "Don't come back for a year," or you were warned not to come back for a year.
It's all right. It's been nearly a year. He's fine. And also, screw him. I just want to find Theric again and get stoned with him.
Other news: Ogman raiders struck again recently. This time in Clark. A fleet of 9 Ogman raiding vessels was beaten back by Clark Defence Forces. And opposed by ground forces. The attack, during which expensive computer relics were looted and scientific personnel kidnapped, was described as one of unparalleled ferocity. And it led to the deaths of several dozen of Clark's security services, and one of the system defense boats was badly damaged.
Those raiders, they're stepping up their game, and for the raiders to be going for computer systems makes me think this San Simeon thing is a big threat.
Yeah, arms and legs, mate.
Yeah, we need to take the fight to them at some point.
Yeah.
We'll deliver them some pears filled with poison.
Okay, so there's a few things for you to mull over and think about. They might be relevant, they might not be. They might just be stuff going on in the background, but they might lead you into directions that you wanted to go. Next week, we'll pick up in Parle, and then we'll head off to Tech World. You'll get some money for... You're going to keep the probe drones, yes?
Yes, if we can.
Yep.
You're going to keep both of the air rafts, or you're going to sell one?
I think for now, when we get to Tech World, maybe we sell one.
If we're scrubbing around looking for change for something, but what about
But otherwise, I'd keep them both because Bill's nearly wrecked one already, so having a second one would be useful.
Yeah, and being able to maybe take 2 somewhere, so we've got 2 ways of getting out of somewhere, or just being
and if we can only take 4 at a time,
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So there's that, and you've got the autodoc. So you'll be picking up your wages at Tech World. Go on, sorry, mate.
I was going to say, Dax, you and I, we could practice flying them, so I could teach you how to fly these little things, and we could fly around the one of the gas giants through the rings of the gas giant. We could play tag and increase.
They're not very fast. They're not very fast.
They're not very fast, but like
we've done this once before, and it was bliss.
Yeah.
We did it in VR once. It was
did
amazing.
You? Oh,
yeah.
Unlike Elite.
Elite, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Mickey and I raced each other through the rings of a gas giant in Elite.
It was the ring of Saturn. We were racing
It was. We were in Seoul.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was one of the best experiences of my life.
Oh, was it amazing? I bet it was amazing.
It's unbelievable. I mean,
I've got the video of it somewhere. I'll post it into our chat.
Yeah. Post it on, man.
It is just. I mean, it's an.
How hard was it to
not difficult.
kind of meet there? Did you have to synchronize your journeys or something?
I know. I think if I remember rightly, I took Mickey aboard my ship, and then he used the fighter that I had on my ship and launched it.
Wow.
And he chased me in my own fighter while I sort of flew, and then he overtook me because the fighter's quicker, and it was.
That's amazing.
It's emotional.
It was literally brought tears to your eye when Rob pulled up at Earth, and we were just looking at Earth together. It was phenomenal.
We went around, didn't we, until we both had a view of the UK. So we flew around Earth until we could both see the UK out of our respective windows, and it did bring a tear to my eye. It was amazing.
Oh,
excellent! Yeah, put it on, share it on, put it onto the chat later.
We'll do that again. I need to get my VR working. I really do.
I need to get my joysticks working. That's the thing, you see. You've got no VR. I've got no joysticks.
Oh, between us, we've got half a system.
No,
it's not good enough.
It's rubbish.
Right. Okay. I think I'm going to call it a night, guys.
Mike, you smashed that again. That was.
Yeah. Cheers, Mike.
I thought we might do that whole 3 nights in one session. I thought this will take about 3 hours to do. And it took 9.
Shows you.
Just twists and turns. I thought when we started, it was going to be you walk back to Zim, you go back to the ship, you come back, you loot some stuff. Maybe there's one more, Cayman, and you're done. And it was. Me and Zim had our feet up in the command room going, what should we do on that? And suddenly, Mickey and Stilek are just getting screwed over by a psycho in the ship. Man.
I was really happy that happened, because when you got separated, I was like, yes, they've split the party. I was like, they've split the party, and they've got one of the potential nutters on the side of on one side. So I was like, that's a complete leveler, isn't it? Like,
it is. And I genuinely thought about it as well. When we split, I was like, which way do we go? And I thought, actually, Silek's probably better than I am, but also I don't want to leave Zim back with Silek if, at least if Dax dies defending Zim, he doesn't feel terrible. But then I was like, but it was Dax who was like, we'll just bind this guy. We won't sedate him because he's nervous. And then as soon as he attacked, I was like, I wish we'd sedated him. I made the wrong choice.
I know. I was hoping that you wouldn't, because I was like, well, if we sedated him, that's his. Like, you can't do anything. But when you didn't, I was like, bastard fuckers, they've left me a little window. They've left me a little window. Great. And I was thinking about it as you were doing it. I was like, right, how's he going to do this? How's he going to do this? Right, he's just going to launch himself. He's just going to try and bite Silek's throat out. I was like, so who's in the back? That's why I was being really okay. So who's going to be in? Where are they? Who's in the front? Who's in the back? Where are you? And I was like, he's going to start kicking the back seat. Can you imagine being kicked in the back seat and having your head being pushed against the dashboard of something?
The thing is, Silek's a tough dude, but he wasn't far off. That first attack did so much damage. And if Silek had gone down and Bill had fluffed his roll, it could have gone either way.
Really bad, yeah.
Could have gone
and it feeds directly into Bill's sort of the slight jaded nature of Bill. He's hardening himself against the universe.
Yeah, man, the universe is taken. He started off being really reasonable.
like many postmen, he started off being friendly and jolly, and now he's about to just kill anyone he meets.
I remember, Bill, when you looted that ship out of Teve, I remember Bill saying, I'm really happy we didn't kill anyone today.
Yeah.
And I also remember, down on the ground now, or I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face.
I know, I was quite proud of how angry I was at that guy.
You RP'd the shit out of that, buddy. I think, Mickey, you've just stepped it up a notch. It's awesome.
You did, mate.
I enjoyed it because I was like, it's the thing is, I'm finding it's like it's putting yourself in that position, isn't it? Of like, if I was there and I had that fear and that adrenaline running through me, I just wouldn't accept. I wouldn't accept it. Like, it's literally, it's like you are going on the floor, you're putting your hands behind your head, or I am going to shoot you because I've just been in a situation where I nearly died. It's like, it's not going to happen. So, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Method acting.
All right, cool. Right, I'm going to shut Fantasy Grounds down. Shut that down, and let's reconvene at this table